Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III and welcome to Paid Reviews. And today we've got an email that's just come in. Dear Archie, I just sent you another $40 for a second video. That's 80 bucks just for today. Big boy, enjoy the money. I'd like you to do a video called Battle of the Giants. Patek versus Richard Mille. What do you think about these two super brands and which one is more interesting for rich people and why? I definitely prefer Patek Philippe. To me, the Richard Mille watches all look like they're made of plastic. What do you think? Best regards, your fan, George. Thank you, George. And I gotta tell you, yes, I tend to agree. I love the Patek brand. I've owned a few of those little fuckers. However, most Richard Mille collectors already have a Patek, probably a Vacheron, and an AP. So it's kind of interesting. My good friend, the humble billionaire, yes, he had a Richard Mille RM11, an annual calendar chronograph. Quite a nice watch, I gotta be completely honest with you there. It had a lot going for it. If I had that money, would I buy it? Probably not, but the humble billionaire's owned most Pateks he's ever wanted. It's sort of the next level. And I think Richard Mille himself there is got to be congratulated. He's really taken that upper line of production. And I gotta be completely honest with you, I love Patek Philippe. I would love my fuckers, if the Sterns are watching this video, I'd really love a 5196 manual wind in yellow gold would be fine. But the thing about Patek is they've really, in recent times, they've become too successful. They've become too commercial. Instead of it being the ultimate boutique brand, they've released far too many complications and it's lost its exclusivity. If people of ArchieLuxury's caliber can buy a couple of Pateks, fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. Is it that great? And that's the whole thing. The fact that it's become a mainstream product. The fact no one outside of what circles really knows what a fucking Richard Mille is. And this is the whole thing. I really think myself there, Patek has become a victim of their own success. They have released too many special things. It's drop the value of the brand as much as I love it, and I really do love Patek. What's my view on Richard Mille? Well, it's like this, okay? Let me explain it this way. Someone said, I knew a guy who bought a new Ferrari, and the employee goes, what did you waste your money on that? That's $600,000-$700,000. He said, why didn't you buy a house? He said, I've already got 5 houses. And this is the thing. The Richard Mille buyer, he's probably already got a few Pateks and a few other really nice, interesting watches. It's not a collector who usually, Richard Mille buyer doesn't just have one Richard Mille. No, he's got a suite of lovely things. He's got a beautiful car, beautiful trophy wife. He's got all that shit. Do you understand? And this is the whole thing. Yes, you could say to the guy who bought the Ferrari, what a waste of money. I would have bought a house. He's probably got 5 of the fucking things. And this is the whole thing. The Richard Mille itself there is a very special watch. I've sat down with it. I kind of think it's sort of, yes, I'm not on that tier. I'm not on that tier. Will I ever get there? I don't really know. I don't really care. Is it that much better? Well, the thing that scares me with Richard Mille is it's like Frank Muller. Remember Frank Muller? They were so cool in the 90s and early noughties. Frank Muller couldn't do nothing wrong. No matter how much cocaine he snorted or how many prostitutes he fucked, he was still the coolest watchmaker in the world. And I gotta be honest with you, I do worry with these new brands like Richard Mille. He doesn't have the history that someone like Patek or AP or VC does. So, what's my own view on it? Well, the people who own Richard Mille's, they move in circles that understand the brand and appreciate what it is. So, as long as it works for them, that's all that matters. I personally think a Patek is a great achievement for most people to have. The Richard Mille itself there, very interesting concept. Depends what circles you move in. It's all psychological, fuckers. If you move in circles that don't even know what a Patek is, things like a Rolex are fine. So it depends where you are in the pecking order, fuckers. But the Richard Mille itself there, it is a great watch. There's some great engineering. There is some substance to it. And as much as it pains me to say this, it's probably the better super brand. Patek, at the end of the day, has released too much stuff. If you gave me $100,000, what would I buy? If you gave me $100,000, well, I probably still wouldn't have enough for the Richard Mille I wanted. So we had $150,000, Archie, and you had to buy new. What would you be buying? Well, I gotta be honest with you. If you're buying watches of that league, I'm an old-fashioned sort of guy. New music to me is anything 1850 onwards, okay? So I am a Patek guy, but I'm staunchly conservative. I'm traditional, and, you know, I'm just an old fogey. That's right, fuckers. So the Patek is up my alley. But if I was young, trendy, and had a 22-year-old swimsuit model as a girlfriend, I think the Richard Mille might be my cup of tea. I'm ArchieLuxury, spooking the truth. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid.